Production. And God already did it before. I know you are able to sing well. In church, at home, in the first room, in the second room, and everywhere. So please, this procure, page number 15, song number 3. So can we get the second microphone if possible? Okay, so just take this now. And you lead us in song number 3.
Nothing more.
Everyone sing, everyone sing. Get together in all kinds of weather and sing. Everyone sing. Smile, smile, everyone smile, smile, everyone smile. All of your troubles we vanish like bubbles, so smile. Shall we go silent, please? Everyone said, everyone said, serving humanity, ROTALUM destiny stand, everyone stand. Sing, everyone sing, sing, everyone sing. Let's get together in all kinds of weather and sing, everyone sing. Smile, smile, everyone smile, smile, everyone smile. All of your troubles will vanish like bubbles, so smile, everyone smile. Serve, everyone serve, everyone serve, serving humanity, ROTALUM destiny stand, everyone serve. Shall we just put our hands together for ourselves and be seated? Okay, please, so we're not going to continue. Let's take my grandfather's clock. Let's take my grandfather's clock.
On what page? Let me. Page.
Page 15.
Not the one you are holding.
My grandfather's clock. We all know it because we've been singing it from my youth. So, my grandfather's clock was to last foundation, so he stood 90 years on the floor. It was all of my heart and the whole night, doing with not a penny with more. It was not on the morn of the day that he was born. I was always his treasure and pride. Oh, stop, never to go again when the old man died. Like the rest is the story. His life set for nobody. Never to go again when the old man died. It's nice, second number. It's my second number in it's called Short. Let's go again when you're
home. Where are you, man? And ROTALUM, God win a lot, but where are you, sir? Alright, so there are the two silent accounts. Omobola, if you can please provide your five. Let's give them a round of applause. Our silent accounts. ROTALUM, Biola Shofela, and ROTALUM, God win a lot, but they are our silent accounts. And please, Omobola, you said you want to do something.
I can make the transfer, or I'll pay dollars and you give me $20.
No, $5. I know $5. $5,000. Okay. My past president, it looks like you guys like money. This is it. Alaji, you guys, $5,000. So I want my local members to be. Okay, the finance team says you should pay Naira. Okay, please let's go and then we can get ready to get this party started.
Hello, ROTALUM members. I'd like us to open our pamphlet to page number 16 and we'll take song number 7. Song number 7. Song number 7, please.
It's who goes doors. La 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 la.
After the saying of ROTALUM. ROTALUM. I love to be a helping and I join the brotherhood. To all good men throughout the land who walk for the good. I love to go wandering along the mountain track, and as I go, I love to sing my knapsack on my back. Wandering, 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 wandering. Until the day I die, oh
applause. Thank you so much, ROTALUM Mohammed. My immediate past president, Dr. Suraj Ayola. My past president, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Olukayo Ailara. Past President Benga Onokumaya. DOT members present. Chapter chairmen and chairpersons online and here. Past ESCO members here. At exactly. Oh, let me also remember my ESCO members. Please give them a round of applause. I'm going to be on my own. Fellow ROTALUM members, at exactly 11:36 a.m. on Saturday, the 29th of November 2025, at the Ojaja Arena in the Ife Grand Resort, I have the pleasure of calling this meeting to order. Can we please open page? We're going to be taking, if you look at the statutory report in your hand.
The Rotary Grace, anyway.
Yes.
So I'm just calling it the ROTALUM Grace, and it's the same thing as the Rotary Grace.
Yes.
Thank you. 1, 2. Oh Lord, and give our beauty, praise thee for our daily food. May ROTALUM friends and ROTALUM ways help us to serve thee all our days. Amen.
Thank you so much, Duchess. Let's give her a round of applause. But I want us to do something. It's not on this agenda. I want us to recognize, since our last reunion, lost 4 members. I would just want us to please rise on our feet as we observe the minute silence. May their souls rest in peace. Amen. I want to invite the chairman of the local organizing committee of this reunion to please step forward and give us his welcome address. ROTALUM Victor
in the house, my past president, the past president, and the past president. First of all, we want to thank God for His mercy, for bringing us all safely from around the world to this unique education. It's not by our power, it's not by our might, but by the grace of God Almighty. We thank you for protection. We thank you for traveling mercies. As people, I don't normally have a lot to say than to thank you for your support, for your endurance. And the journey started about 6-7 months ago. And as we are aware, there are bumpy roads along the line, but by God's grace, we are able to go through them as free. Yep, we have our disagreements, we have our problems, but we thank God as He has kept us here safely today. Like I did yesterday, I want to apologize again to all our members for all shortcomings that were met along the way. We hope to do better, and we hope those who will take over from us will do better than we have done. But we apologize, no water, no food, we apologize. We are here, and what has brought us here is our friendship, our love, and the long-lasting relationship we have shared. And I hope when we leave here, we will continue in that friendship, in that love. Does that mean we're not going to celebrate? No, we're going to celebrate. Does that mean we're not going to fight? Yes, we're going to fight. But we fight, we reconcile, and we move forward. And once again, I welcome you to IFE 2025 Global Review. I thank you, and I thank all the LOC members and GSS, and the one I always get in trouble with, my CEO. I know my VP has challenged, why do I call that person the CEO? I'm not even the one who called her CEO. It's Alaji Tawid who gave her that nomenclature. But I'm the one being accused now. How do you call her CEO? She has done a lot, I must tell you, she has done a lot. Because I was not on the ground. She was on the ground and she worked with GSS. So I want to thank each of you, all the members of the LOC, all the teammates. They've done wonderfully well. And my president and the ESCO, thank you for the honor to serve. Thank you for the trust you repose in me. But tell me to come again, I will say no, but thank you. Thank you, my president.
Thank you. I used to call you Miji Yara, but I now realize that that is actually not your last name. That's your first name. Middle name. Oh, your first name is. His first name is Abdullah, your middle name is Miji Yara, and the last name is Muhammad. It's been a long journey. I recognize my past president, starting from the immediate past president, Dr. Alhaji Suraj Oladapo Ayola. My past president, I don't like acronym because sometimes you don't know what it means. Deputy Commissioner of Police, Olukayode Ayola. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọjà. Otuba, is it incoming or outgoing? Because this is incoming Otuba. So you have to take me as I am. I don't like tension. You all are looking too serious. Otuba Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọjà, Oluwagbemiga, Onokomaya. The husband of a chickeness, but it's not a chicken. POT members present, my global vice president, Barrister Emmanuel Loba, my secretary, Alhaji But if you don't mind, I want to recognize the man that handed over to him a few months back. Yeah. This man has worked tirelessly. I will tell you, this ESCO, we were able to set our foot on the ground because of this man. Please, let's recognize as he stands up, the yellow man in our midst. ROTALUM, Patoku, Semiru, Olatunede. Please, let's give him a round of applause. We're able to do some of what we've done because of his wisdom, because of his nurturing. There were times I was in 80's one Saturday coming from Manila, Philippines. And me and him, we had this 30 minutes tete-a-tete. You can't remember, but I'm sure you know. Because I was saying this way. FSO said, Mr. President, we can't go that way. And we had this long discussion. People are looking at me. This man pacing back and forth. What is he talking about? But at the end of the day, we were able to make a way and resolve matters. Please, ESCO members and everyone, can I sit, please? Yes. Can I? Yes. Thank you. The Assistant General Secretary, Pastor Olushada, the global social movement, I can't even remember her name in most times. Madam Social. It is good to have you here with us, looking like a nightingale. She's a nightingale anyway. Please let's give her a round of applause. Those sitting by my left here, we will not be here if they don't release money. The global treasurer, Alhaji Abiodun Yusuf, Babalo, Money Man, the incoming October, the number one of this global ESCO, but the sweetest of them all. ROTALUM, do I remember your name? Latif, additional, Alhaji, Oko Alaja. But I don't know how many Alajas are there. One. For now. On record. VP, what did you say? The Global Police Secretary, Pastor Femi Awole. Fellow ROTALUM members, That's why I say somebody missing. Thank you, Latif, for reminding me. The Europe chairperson, ROTALUM, Omotayo, Abebi, Utomi, and one other name you guys call that. And my own chair, ROTALUM, maybe I'll say it on two. No chief, Magadi. Please let's give both of them a round of applause for some unavoidable circumstances. I believe the North American chairman had a family issue. You know, yesterday was Thanksgiving in the US, so he had a family commitment, and so he couldn't make it down to Nigeria. And you'll be surprised, he registered. He even invited, he has invited guests. Two of Magadi's guests are in this reunion. Please let's give him a round of applause. Told me, she made me understand she has an engagement, and that's why she couldn't be here. I also want to recognize some people among us. You know, I talk about potentials when I took over as ROTALUM president. We are blessed in this house to have some of our members in strategic positions in the Nigerian society. Of course, let me start with the man that will be our guest speaker in a few minutes. The Dean of the Faculty of Education of the Lagos State University, Professor Benga Akinwelu. Please let's give him a round of applause to recognize him. You can see that he's a professor. Let them see you again, sir. It's very professorial. We have also in our midst, I don't know if he's here, a member of the Federal House of Representatives, or Tumba, because I know he has, recently he got a title somewhere in our land. Aladdin. He's the chief many places, but he's our PGRQC. Where are you, sir? Otilo State Meeting. National Service. There's also among us, I don't know if he's here, I saw him in the morning, we actually were together on our way here. I was going in the front, he was coming behind me. ROTALUM Kayode is here. Is there? Okwefa, where are you, sir? Dr. Okwefa, we can't see you. The managing director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation. Comrade. Only about the comrades. Comrade Okwefa. Fellow ROTALUM members, my speech is already in this document. We've all seen it. But there are some matters I want us to really look at in this. I talk about bonds that we have formed. Those bonds remain as strong as ever. It's a testament to the true essence of our lifelong connection. You know, I was in Marrakesh early in the year. I was at Charlotte, North Carolina, for the North American Union. And I must tell you, these are events that hold deep value to my heart. And we are all here together this morning. I think I saw Shesayeli last some 4 months ago. But when I saw him again on Thursday, it was like we see each other every day. In fact, when we got to the palace, the way I see him and Otumba Olumoko embrace, I was like, did you guys eat Amalashita together yesterday? You know, it was like they see each other every day. And that is what has made us to be friends. You know, I see Tony Saiki with his, I don't want to say his cap. You know, I see Pastor Luka Obao sitting there. Yesterday, he said, Godwin, are you the one? You'll be friends virtually. Well, you are friends. We just became friends. You know, those are the bonds, those are testament to the true essence of our lifelong connection. I want to, on behalf of this ESCO, appreciate your commitment to this brotherhood and this sisterhood across continents that have linked us together. So as we go around Ife, of course in the next 24, 48 hours we'll be out of here. Let us remember the values that unite us: loyalty, respect, love, and the shared laughter that has accompanied us throughout life's various seasons. We've had the highs, we've had the lows, but this is what has brought us together. I have always been proud of ROTALUM, but at the palace grounds, the hallowed grounds of Oduduwa House, I was prouder. And I believe the three past presidents here, if I give them microphone, can attest to it. Can I have the microphone?
Yeah.
Please. Let's start with this is Ayla.
If I can probably went back, I would have loved to still be with our talk. That's why I'm just saying so. Nevertheless, I am so proud to be a ROTALUM member.
Please, let's take it.
Apart from what Babadufa was saying, because he was shocked that there could be a group like this, and they were celebrating themselves, 60-year-old, because he mentioned it to me privately. That, what is going on? 60-year-old? Are you not telling me that you people have been together for years? I said we've been together since we are youths. Some of us 19, 20, 21, 22. Say, wow, are you people still together? I say, yes. You see, there are some things that you people have not, you people did not know. This total people, believe you me, is making us to be younger every day. Do you know that my so-called classmate in secondary school, they've been dragging me to be active. But anytime I'm in their midst, it is not as if I am in this world. Apart from that, I remember when I did my father's burial. I was not all that active when I did my mother's burial. It was only very few people. And the area, and some of those that were with me. But when I did my father's burial, about 100 of us stood up. I shed tears that day. My wife said, what is wrong with me? I said, don't worry. But when they stood up, one of my uncle called me. He said, oh, who are these people? Now they don't tell me you are into cult. I said, they are my old friends. So it is a thing of joy.
Thank you so much.
When you are in the midst of your old classmates. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. President, for that wonderful presentation. And so we are moving to item 6, as I call on the outgoing chairman of the Board of Trustees. The BOT chair, Alhaji Mohammed, you have the floor, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, BOT chair.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. The global president of ROTALUM, Abayoni Olumide Ayodabo, FCA, my very good brother and friend. I want to join you in your name. The distinguished BOT members in the House, ROTALUM Adetutu, Sonny Ogbero, you're welcome. Thank you for being here to give me the support. I recognize all the 3 past presidents here present, from ROTALUM, Benga, Onokumaya, through ROTALUM, DCP, Oluka Yaidara, and ROTALUM Dr. Suraj Oladapo Ayola. Thank you for being part of the happenings here. Some will finish their tenure, they will never be seen again. We thank God for seeing you, and we thank you for being here with us. I recognize distinguished members of the GEC who until a few days ago, I never knew that they are tougher than I expected. Thank you for doing your job in the manner of which you have been elected to do so. Thank you very much. I recognize all of you. I especially recognize the organizing secretary of this event,
GSS.
Yes, sir.
I recognize you, man. Thank you very much. By that extension, I recognize the chairman of the LOC, Emeritus Chairman, Voice of Africa in America, VOA, at LOC. You are very much recognized, sir. Thank you very much. With that extension, I recognize all the members of the LOC for a wonderful job well done. I also recognize every member of the leadership of ROTALUM who have served in one way or the other. For if you have refused to make yourself available, to donate yourself to us, we may not be where we are today. Thank you very much for having made yourself available. Please, can we have a round of applause for you for all of this? Ladies and gentlemen, two men of ROTALUM. My remark is not going to be so long than to say I'll take it from here, past president, either drop the mic. We do not know what God has done for us. We are all important. If we are not all important, the least amongst us, whether we like it or not, we are not equally blessed. God has blessed all of us in His own wisdom. The least among us will be proud to say, I interact with the highest among us without any fuse. And that is the pride of our togetherness. Whoever God has blessed well, we also be happy to interact with whoever that is the least among us, to say, oh, I thank God for where I am today. We may all not notice last night something happened here, and it was Honorable Okefa and Honorable Tunji that triggered what happened. And I'm not going to go into the details, but I want you to search your conscience and fix it in whichever form. The president was reminded of our sojourn in the early 90s. And when they came up with what was happening in the early 90s, if you are somebody who thinks, who has conscience, who appreciates God, you will thank God for your life, for who you are today. No matter who we are today, no matter how low anybody could think is low, you are better off than somebody who is dead. Àbí ọ̀wọ́, àfi gbogbo ọlọ́wọ́ gani. It will have been any of us that is gone. But here we are, enjoying ourselves together. It could be my turn tomorrow. It could be my turn today. There's nothing anybody can do about it. But since it has not yet happened, I will make the best use of the time for as long as I live, so that I will be my brother's keeper, my sister, savior at any given time. And that is what we should be doing to ourselves. So they said when something is wrong, let us straighten it out. Like I said at Marrakesh, one thing that we have want us, I pray that we'll be able to cultivate the habits. If somebody comes to me to say, I don't hear things, people don't come to me. Maybe they don't come to me anymore. If somebody comes to me to say, Mohammed, do you know that Dr. Shegun said ABC about you? What I will do is to call Dr. Shegun and say, this is what they have told me that you said about me. So that Dr. Shegun will study it out amongst themselves. When we begin to do things like that, even if I'm going to die, if somebody says he wants to kill me, please help me not to come and tell me because I don't want to die before the death. So please, I beg of us, if somebody comes to you to say anything about anybody to you, in respect of your personality, tell that person, I will call this person so that you can say it before that person. They will never come back to you. And if you want to be hearing bad things about yourself, you can always make yourself available for it. Good luck to you. So on behalf of the DOT, which will be leaving in another 4 or 5 hours, and the entire L school that we have been having our site function with, I want to welcome you to this AGM. And I want to say that we should be careful of turning into a rowdy section. Everybody will be recognized. We are all important. Thank God we have managing directors, captains of industries amongst us, top politicians amongst us, top force officers amongst us, we have top educationists amongst us. So you can say, and we have top marketing amongst us. After all, Yaya sells Gary. And she's also Alaga. So please, whatever we do, wherever we find ourselves, we should always believe that God has a purpose for bringing all of us together. And my prayer is that, I'll say to Yoruba, ìdùnnú Ọlọ́run fi kó wa jọ, Ọlọ́run má fi inú ẹ̀ tú wa ká, and we shall grow to live longer than we expected. Thank you, God bless you all. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the day.
Thank you so much, my beauty chairman, Haji Mohammed Bijinyawa. That's about item 6. And then quickly, we go to item 7. But before we go to item 7, permit me to invite our, do I call him the guest speaker or just our speaker? Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sir, as I humbly invite Professor Benga Akindoju to the high table. For comments from members, 7.0, adoption of reports. 8.0, induction of new members. 9.0, dissolution of committees. 10.0, appointment of new audit committee. 11.0, report of the electoral committee. Election results. And 12.0 is about closing. And we have that minutes prepared by the immediate past General Secretary for 2023-2025, Fatogu Semiu Oladimeji, as reviewed and approved by the Global President for 2022 to 2024, Dr. Suraj Kapo Ayola. Thank you for your attention.
Just suffice there. That's my observation. Thank you.
Except where we are saying that what was posted on the platform is different from what was read, then we can say we have an issue. So, any other comment? If there is no other comment,
and fellow ROTALUM members, teacher and everyone, I would just want to add to what the secretary said. What we try to do, I mean, especially we got that from Dr. Ayola's administration. What we try to do is to share information. We have our info platform, we have our ROTA fund, platform. And so before meetings, we try to share information so that it's important for members. So if you have not been doing that, I want to please encourage us to go through, because going through this minute will have taken at least 25 minutes. So please let us imbibe that spirit. You know, let us not make what was said that if you want to hide something for a black man, hide it in a book. So I want to encourage ROTALUM members. Let's, you know, all the information we share on the platform is for our good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. And so, dear ROTALUM members, if there are no other comments and observation about the minutes as read, may I call for adoption of the minutes. Who is taking that? That is
the President. I've read through the minutes when it was completed on the platform. And on average, I want to move. I am one that the minutes should have adopted. My name is Alan.
My name is Betty Devalo. I second the motion. I'm waiting to be adopted. Thank you.
To us. We are zooming the proceedings here. And we have been for 500 members. Unfortunately, there are only 3 people online.
Actually, there are 5.
Okay, 5 now. And that is not good enough. Please, if you can just take a second to test individuals that you know that we are not charging for this. It has been paid for. So they can join. Some people will charge for registration to view the proceedings of their AGM virtually. And we are not charging for that. Please just test somebody that is close to you who is not here to at least do us that honor of joining. Please, it's very, very important. Decision taking here will be binding also on them. It's just good and wise for them to be part of it. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you. So we're going to do something that we relax a little bit. And of course, I call on anyone to give us a fine tune. From this flag, from this my right flag.
That is a small walk. It is a small walk. Every lad is not before him. Sing. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. 3, 4. Jesus forward after all. Jesus forward after all. Jesus forward after all. It's a small, small world. It's a world of love and a world of death. It's a world of hope and a world of death. There's so much that we share that is man. We are where it's a small world after all. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. Thanks so much.
Love is our life,
ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM, ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM. Truth is our right, love is our might, vive le ROTALUM. The lady the smile is a fellow my name, vive le ROTALUM. Oh, no, there's a serving that shining of praise, vive le ROTALUM, ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM. Truth is our right, love is our mind, vive le ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM, vive le ROTALUM. Truth is our right, love is our mind, vive le ROTALUM.
Okay, and talked about matters arising from the minutes. And so, I charge all of us to go to page 3. Matters arising from that minute. We have presentation of annual report for 2023 and 2024, which has been adopted. Then we have a statutory committee report. Then we have organizing and social committee, where the then social committee highlighted remarkable progress achieved in planning and delivering social events for the association. We have the welfare committee giving us the brief on medical support to members requiring medical care and dissemination of health information. The WeCare team, distribution of gifts and cash during Christmas, New Year, Ramadan, and Lent to members and families of departed colleagues. And still our welfare committee on the empowerment scheme. This was launched in 2023. And of course, so far, it has provided a cumulative sum of 1 million naira interest-free loan to 5 members to support their business ventures. That was in 2023. We have the auditor's report. The internal auditor team led by ROTALUM Yusuf, they presented their report. And of course, at that meeting, the president reminded members that the financial year has been changed to.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. I think you are kind of going through your report again, which we have done earlier. What is really, I think, the real matters arising from this meeting. I'm not cutting off the secretary. If you go to item 10.0, appointment of new audit committee. At that meeting, we are at the last AGM, we have 3 members appointed in the audit committee, ROTALUM Femi Ogutoke, ROTALUM Solomon Dina, and ROTALUM Jinofama. But from this meeting, you will see that the 12% decline is appointment. And so we have a subsequent meeting where a replacement was made. And the replacement is ROTALUM Cosmos Adekoya, who was appointed to replace the 3rd member of that committee. This, for me, at this point, is the actual only item that is different from the minute as was read to us earlier. Except if any one of us here have any item that is in that meeting that we want to bring up again and reaffirm or clarify.
On the apartment, what we capture here is launched in 2023, provided the community some of the 1 million. I do indirectly saying that for 2024 we will not do empowerment. Or is there going to be a report, sorry Mr. President, is there going to be a report thereafter to tell us if there is empowerment done in 2024 and the amount involved in such a, because I think we are discussing matters and I think we should be talking about what is coming up from what we have adopted. So do we have 2024 empowerment scheme or do we not do empowerment scheme in 2024? If we do, how much have we expended on the empowerment? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Richard and everyone. So if you look at the agenda side, I know you are getting younger, Bill teacher. I know you are getting younger, so I can pardon you. So the matters arising we are looking here is for the minutes of the 2023-24 annual meeting. 2023-24. So the minutes of the Olumo AGM. So matters arising from that meeting. And my humble self and these gentlemen and ladies sitting here were not part of that. So we were reporting what happened when Dr. Suraj was handing over. So they have committed 1 million to the empowerment scheme. So we will get to the second part of that. So the second part of this meeting talks about welfare team. When we get to the welfare team, and it's already included here, ROTALUM, the Global Vice President, Emmanuel Iloba, will give account of the welfare team. And then one of the things he's going to report on is the empowerment for this current. So this statutory report, the only thing you have here that relates to the immediate past year is the minutes of the Olumo report. So the matters arising we just took now was from that minute. So when we get to the agenda,
Let us go.
we will now give.
Let's go.
You are not confused.
I said I'm more confused. Let's go. Let's go.
It may not be only you, sir. So maybe I will stand up. So if you look at this statutory report, at the beginning of this session, before we get into the matters that we're going to discuss today, we need to visit the minutes of the last AGM. And so everything we've been doing since we started was to rehash or report on the minutes, on what transpired at Olumo when we met like this. And so from that minutes, we have read it. Excuse me, sir. I am the president. So I can send you back to Ota. And after later I will give you more land. Let's see. Only that your immunity, there is immunity on this table. So if you look at this agenda, we will go into the business of today. But before we visit the business of today, and in every corporate governance, what we do is to reflect on what we have done. Is there any amendment? The only item that is not the same as what we have here is the matters arising. I have people that trade boards here, and if I'm saying something different, Alhaji Dakwarola can correct me. So what we are doing is to say the minutes as read and adopted was exactly what we had at Olumo. But is there any item that is out of place from that minute? The only item that is out of place from that minute, and others that are like Alhaji, the bill teacher, is matters arising. And the only item there was that at that meeting, we appointed 3 members of the audit committee. And that we have affirmed and adopted. There is nothing that we have said that we have reported there that is different. But there was a change of the composition of that audit committee. So we elected ROTALUM Solomon Tokpedina to serve in that committee, but he declined it. And so at the subsequent meeting, we appointed now ROTALUM Cosmos Adekoya to serve in that committee. ROTALUM Femi Ogutoke, are you here, sir? Is that correct? Very correct. So the only matters arising from this minute was that, and that we have clarified. So when we now get to the business of today, the financing will report, the secretariat will report, the social committee will report, the welfare team, under which we care, legal, empowerment, and all that form, they will now report. Is that clear? Thank you very much. Let's give the beauty chair a round of applause. See, one of my doctor friends tell me, sir, I like to listen to me. One of my doctor friends tell me it's a thing of pride to behold. Because I say, why are you calling me old man? I say, there are many people I see in the hospital daily. They don't live to your age. So to be old is a thing of pride. And from that day, I become proud to become an old man. If you're an old man or woman here, give yourself a round of applause. So, one of the benefits of getting old is to have your glasses like this. I like you look at me. Is to have your glasses like this and be asking, please, did you see my glasses? I say, happened to everybody before. I'm looking for my glasses. I'm doing Thank you, sir. FSO, yeah, as you have done before, you are telling me, my friend, be mindful of the time. Sorry, sir, I'll be mindful of time. But please give the president a round of applause, okay?
Anyway, the president is right. He knows I'll be going in another 4 hours.
All right. Okay, Mr.
He has forgotten his cap. He's getting ready.
There is an intervention.
Okay, you have the floor.
The executive committee have appointed someone. Is it necessary you bring it to the AGM now for ratification and approval so that we can have the record straight? Thank you.
The citation of Professor Akinbuju. We go to page 16. Page 16. No, page 16. No, it's not that. No reflection on page 16. Is it okay? The main program.
It's on page 16, yeah, you're right.
I want something smart. No, I want something smart. Sing, everyone sing. Yo, go. Can we please don't stop time? Let us just stand and breathe. It is another class. We should not be sitting for too long. So, and that is 3. Can we please be outstanding page 15 of the main brochure? After the count of 5. 1, 3, 5. Sing, everyone sing, everyone sing. Sing, everyone sing. Let's get together in all kinds of weather and sing. Everyone sing. Smile, smile, everyone smile, everyone smile. Everyone smile. All of your troubles will run inside bubbles. So smile. Everyone smile. Smile. Everyone.
everyone said, serving humanity, ROTALUM destiny, serve, everyone said.
Thank you.
The past president, my fellow ROTALUM members, I'm humbled this afternoon to present the profile of Professor O.G. Akintoju. Olugbega Gabriel Akintoju was born in the mid-60s to the family of Pa S.R. Akintoju of Ondo in Ondo State. He started his primary education career at St. Joseph CAC Primary School, Oke-Isegun Street, Ondo, and completed it at St. Peter's RCM Primary School, Odo Ragushi, Epe, Lagos. Odo Ragushi, in Epe. He proceeded to St. Patrick's Grammar School, Odo Ragushi, Ereko, also in Epe Division in Lagos State. He attended Lagos State University for his tertiary education and has a good saying as the Federal University of Africa and Abeokuta for his postgraduate diploma in computer science. He had his first master's and doctoral degrees respectively at the prestigious Lagos State University. He joined the university as an academic staff in 2005 as an assistant lecturer and rose through the ranks to become the first professor of computer education in 2021. Professor Akintoju was a member of the University ICT Committee from 2016 to 2021. He served as the sub-dean, Faculty of Education from 2015 to 2020, head of Department Science and Technology Education, Lagos State University from September 2022 to July 2024. And currently the Dean, Faculty of Education, Lagos State University from 1st August 2024 to date. Professor Olugbega Akintoju has supervised over 100 first degree projects, more than 30 PhD and master's degree dissertations, and 8 PhD theses in the university. He has worked as a consultant on educational projects and interventions with NERDC, UBEC, WAEC, UNESCO, USAID, DFID, and the World Bank. Some of the assignments include, but not limited to, development of infrastructural materials guide for teachers, Nigeria Educational Research and Development Council, development of teachers guide for the implementation of revised information technology curriculum, Nigeria Educational Research and Development Council, assessment of learning, e-resource materials, Nigeria Educational Research and Development Council, USAID Compass, review of monitoring and evaluation system in the education sector in Lagos State, teacher labor market study in Lagos State, implication for management and policy making. Abuja, LEAP USA IT project report. LEAP USA ID report, teacher management, recruitment, deployment and retention in Lagos State, Nigeria. National capacity building of fleet teacher training institution in Sub-Saharan African UNESCO, Paris.
Members of ROTALUM, we don't have guests here. It's my pleasure to be here as your member, and speaking with you. I have just a very short assignment as directed by the President, the President called me Inga. Why would you talk to us during the meeting? I said, you want to make sure I attend. Because I'll be missing several reunions. Though I'll pay, but I will not go because of assignments. Last year I gave half full. So he told me about 3 months ago that why would you come talk to us? So that's a way of making me partly free. And now I said, no problem. Topic, I said, anything, just tell me what to talk about. I'll talk. So I'm here to, as given by the LOC, okay, to talk about that topic that we had on the screen before. Beyond the years, strength, impression, power, and unity. So, I try to break down team into some small components so that we can interact with the team. So the first component is looking at where we started from as the rappers. What were the legacies, or what was the actual legacy that we built when we were in ROTALUM? So we all remember that in the 80's, which is the regime that are captured together to build our own system, we have several clubs, community-based, institutional based, and so on, and we were so vibrant, moving from one club to the other, doing things with energy, with that zeal, and then what do we require then? We rely on the 3 things: our time, talent, and treasure. For most of us then, the top component of treasure we still have it, but we relied on that, our talents and the time, and we use that talent to even look for the treasure to execute projects that we intended to do. And so we see a lot of effects, so many effects or impact made during that period as we practice. I've highlighted some of them. Now, all these efforts then that we made in impacting our immediate communities, all those efforts, they were not only to address immediate needs, they also shaped us to become somebody that we can rely on as citizens with value. Not only within our then 910 or 9120, we moved outside the southwest. We had Niger Rota, and we go to Efru. I remember we went to Efru. And so we were moving around, and across the country, ROTALUM was impacting on the community, on society, with several of these activities I've outlined. Now, all these activities being carried by ROTALUM in Nigeria, they were being carried out across the globe by other ROTALUM from Manila to Nairobi, where ROTALUM then became a habit of service, and we have some other clubs then that will compete very well, the Leo Club and so on. But ROTALUM was very with them, and we built what we call the legacy. Now this legacy that we built in the 80s, like I said, is not only about impacting on us. We built the legacy so that we use it to moderate our lifestyles, how we relate with people. For example, when there's argument, there are crises, somebody will just pick the microphone and come up with something. We sang this song today, like I said, okay, I think it's the next slide. Just say, when something is wrong, let's go, and everybody, by the time we sleep, by the time we come back, our senses will come back, and we'll go back and discuss issues, and we'll move forward. We have such tools. Anytime you want to say something, they will remind you, forward, and that's it. So that moderated our lifestyle, and I'm sure such instruments are what make us what we are today. And that's why we can still come together as friends and think of what to do to improve ourselves and improve the community. So every time we have issues, we are always reminded of these 4 routers as our guiding principle. And that's a legacy that we inherited from ROTALUM, and we took it to ROTALUM. So, like I said, our interactions were moderated by songs, which help us to find some of the features of useful experience. And we'll come back to our senses and we'll move forward. When we see that the morale is down, we have something that will pick up while the morale and we'll keep moving. Now that's the legacy. Over the years, outside the branch, we know alumni association of institutions, schools, and we know that they impact their environment, whether they are old school and so on. And these are examples of such drive by alumni association. Now, what that implies that all these impacts that alumni do have on society confirm that when the youth come together, there is a bond that brings them together, and that bond can make things work. If you have money as an individual and you think you want to impact a community, you can try. But when 2, 3, 4, 5 like yourself come together, the impact will be more than when one person tries to put the problem on his head alone. So, over the years, we have realized that coming together will make us achieve better and more, because we have built that legacy where we were in ROTALUM. So ROTALUM, or the ROTALUM, that ROTALUM in the 80s, mirrors the tradition of helping, because whatever we are doing, you think of others, you think of how you can impact people, the immediate environment, you think about everything you want to do. Will it be fair? Will it be beneficial to everybody? And will it be good way? So when you try to meet others and they learn, will it be good and better friendships? If you are going to impact and going to break the law or section into two, then you have not fulfilled that. So all this keep driving us. And so we try to mirror all the efforts made by different to change the society, to improve the society. All this, the impact of the legacy over the year is reflected in, I brought back what we have there on the banner. You see our activities as projected by the current administration. Everything is about welfare. We get HMO support, empowerment, and even food insurance. All these are efforts to make sure that as we come together, we have benefits like the best. We are in good condition, health-wise, because if you are not healthy, you will not be able to solve other people's problems. You will not even be able to think of kind other people. So all these are efforts to have a reflection of different programs that we bring out of our legacy as programmers. Looking at the country, there are several issues that are concerned. Youth unemployment, education funding, healthcare gaps, digital divide, and security challenges. All these are issues across the country. But what can our friendship do? Because we are already friends, there is a strength in that friendship that can make us overcome so much, that can make us propose solutions to some of these problems. Now, when we come together as friends, we are able to advance what we call capital. So, but we are looking at it, human capital development we have that resource that we can use to impact on the country, and we might be able to solve one of those concerns that are listed. So I've identified what friendship can do. On the left side. On the right side, we have experiences of some of the things that friendship also does. We've had instances of coming to the aid of our friends when they are in need. We've had a Rotary Club collaborating to develop solutions to community challenges. Even ROTALUM members, without even coming to the platform, we did a set of individuals coming to the aid of members that are in need. So all these are what we can do as friends, what we have as friends of coming together. Friendship also has power, and when the power is aligned with purpose, it transforms communities. So power and unity, turning bombs into impact. And how does this do that? Unity multiplies impact. And Nigeria offers exact examples of such impact by coming together. So guys, when we come together to solve problems as a group, as a team, then we are going to have greater impact than what an individual can do. So if we realize that strength exists in our unity, in our friendship, then what should be our mandate in the 21st century? And identify three is institutionalizing our unity. The ROTALUM educational and leadership course can support scholarships, interventions, and community upliftment across the country. We can mentor the next generation in different ways, like collaborating with identified institutions. It could be starting of training, it could be identifying an aspect of what can impact on the society and collaborate with them. We have experts. Many of my president and many of us are chartered accountants. We have them. We have security experts. We have all the areas of specialization that we can think of. So we can come up with a short program, collaborate with an institution, and train into and will have impacted on society. And at the end of the day, the credit will still come. We don't need the credit, but we will be able to say we have done this, no matter how small. When we do it over time, the impact will be felt. We can also champion educational or other development projects that can impact the community, not even through the school now, like digital literacy, looking at community where there are libraries. Some of us, we have books that we don't use. Some of us have links to get those free books from the diaspora, and you can donate in the name of the ROTALUM, and will have impacted in terms of developing literacy. So, what Nigeria needs to move forward now is patriotic network, and we already have this network. We need to see how we can utilize them. Now, I've identified some issues for us. The discussion might not during this age, but it's something that we need to think of and see how we can provide solution to them or move forward the country. These are membership groups. That's our members. You know, we have a delegation of our membership. So these are all efforts have to be put in place to reach some of us that are not in back into the fold. Because the more we are, then the better or the merrier, like we see. We need to think of diaspora involvement in all programs that we want to embark on. We have our various chapters, but we can do more by bringing more people into the system. Think about sustainable funding models for programs that we want to embark on. Look at visibility and relevance, and then I want to appreciate that so far so good, we have a good process of managing the ROTALUM, but we still need to have a properly documented governance process so that even when those, the older ones are moving away, the younger ones within the set will have something that they follow as a standard and that will not be arguing. I enjoyed the discussion between the BOT chairman and the president. So what next? What are we doing for membership? Digital onboarding. We have a platform or a website, and when we know people, let's advise them, go to at least apply on the website. We can do a verification behind the scenes, and those that have passed, so digitally we can set and bring our members back, then they can come to program like this for the induction properly. So, look at partnerships, because we have a regime of age. So, but if we have a legacy, if we develop something, we need to look at some groups that probably will transfer that legacy to so that the development of the community has been our priority. We continue even when the ROTALUM initiatives will probably go into execution. Mentorship program. Then we come there. Some of us married with the ROTALUM. So let's see how we bring our family more into activities of ROTALUM. Relevance. We can be more relevant by developing educational choice, improving of our health missions, ICT outreach, and community schools impact. So when we talk about reunion and legacy, reunion connects us to our roots, remind us of who we were, who we are, and who we hope to become. As together as here, let us remember our departed members and honor their legacies. This reunion is not only for memory, it is for the renewal. So, my call to action. I have two major points. We need to move from reunion to renaissance, and also from memory to mission. Yes, we come together. So, reunion is about seeing old friends, sharing memories, laughing about the past, celebrating survival and success, whereas renaissance is about renewal, rebirth, redefine purpose, new energy, and new direction. So let us stop only remember who we were and start shaping what we will become. So to move from reunion to renaissance, we must go beyond merely meeting again to actually rebuilding, renewing, and regenerating our purpose as an organization. The other component, memory to mission. We must move from celebrating our past to using it as a foundation for purposeful action. What's the difference between them? Memory is what we remember, where we have been, our history. Whereas vision has to do with what we are committed to, where are we going, or what we stand for. So, in simple terms, let our yesterday inspire our today. But also let our today change tomorrow. In conclusion,
I want us to strengthen our friendship with purpose. Let our unity bring lasting change. Let our friendship no longer end in photographs, but in footprints, real measurable footprints across Nigeria and the world. Together we are ROTALUM 80's and improve our friendship and improving ourselves. So, after we take in questions and comments, we're going to have ROTALUM Shesoye talk about his organization. They are into agri-business, and they actually supported this union very strongly. Let's give Origin Tech a round of applause. So he's going to be speaking for us just about 5-10 minutes on agri-business and how we can get involved. But before we get into that, we're going to take question and answer. But we have one man in our midst this morning. It's not a stranger to the ROTALUM family. It's a past district governor. In fact, the first contractor in District 9010 to become a district governor. We have in our midst past district governor, Bola Oyebade. Please stand up for him, and he's here with us. We'll see how to handle that in a minute. But please, we've heard from Prof that we should move from reunion to renaissance. We should not be talking about respecting memories, but how to build futures. So I'm going to, where is the second microphone? Secretary, SA, please, we want to get the reaction of ROTALUM members to the speech from our guest speaker. I see my past president's hand up, so I'm going to recognize him. I see other hands.
Other protocols will be observed. I read something, let our friendships no longer end in photographs, but in footprints, real measurable footprints across Nigeria and the world. Well, I want to comment on this. Our fingers are not equal. Some have opportunities more than the others. And I cannot comprehend in this gathering whereby we are in position to do some things for ourselves or our children, and most of us have not been responding. I have so many examples, but today is not for that. You see, I can remember there was a day I spoke with the president about it, that if you are opportune to be in a place that can help our children, please do. It's not being arrogant or being proud. I know in this country I've helped 3 people to join the police at my own level. I've helped 3 people. Either junior cadet or cadet. So, gentlemen, if you are in any position, either you are a politician, you are a managing director, you are a professor, that, like one of us called me sometimes for admission of his child in university at Ikorodu. I've even forgotten that we have a professor in our midst from last week. I have to call an honorable, one honorable in Lagos, out of assembly, who happens to be like a son or a junior brother. So he's one that assisted that our member. So please, let us use our position to be assisting ourselves. There are so many reports, negative reports, that I've heard, but it's not good enough. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let us try as much as possible to be assisting our works. Thank you.
Actually, I'm sorry that I want to bring us back, but I needed to say something and we need to clear it. It happened at the last reunion at ROTALUM, and it was very painful that even my own daughter, that even joined ROTALUM club before some people, was against. No, I'm sorry, it's painful, it's a joke, but it's very. What are we eating here? What are we serving? How much is the food? That the last gala night or something, when I brought my children, actually the last Olumo was in my hometown where I stayed. I and you can't expect me to leave my children at home. So I came with them. Even after we said this at the meeting, that they said children are not allowed at our meeting at the gala night. Fortunately, I was having 2 tickets. Gala night, my immediate past president, ROTALUM Ayola, said the food they were bringing that night is expensive. How much in the old town? Fine. Then how much? How many without my tiny girl eat? Even if I struggled that in. But she had her tickets. So we came with 2 tickets. Gala night. ROTALUM Victor came with her family and her daughter too. They refused them to come in. That was what made the woman not to come to this program today. But my own was, hello, one house please. What actually happened, even when my daughter was inside this, entered the gala night, the former social secretary still told the drink people not to serve my children. We drink, ain't no laughter for Christ's sake. This thing was annoying. Then, to not top it off, when I was coming, my daughter has finished her exam. So I was like, okay, thank God we are going to ROTALUM. You know, my daughter refused with I will round up, please. My daughter refused with action. I am not coming, excuse me, that memory, I don't like it. So we need to correct it. Some of us were late starters. Some people have grown up camper. But we that we are still having our own children, you can't tell me not to take my child to where I'm going. Fine, whatever. Even when she comes, she can stay in the hotel. So please, I'm cross and I'm still cross. I'm still
I remain proud as a Rotators because they have their stand there. But something stopped when I gave a report on Rotary Foundation. It said, each time we remain in Rotary, we give something, and you see a polio child rise up. That Oyibo has given all his life when he died for Rotary Foundation. UN said for the 15th time going, Rotary remained the most transparent and the best.
That are great in my mind, and I think it meets what I am thinking about as well. Well done, sir. So, mine is not a question, sir, but it's like an advice or a word of admonition to all of us. Every now and then, we all know about the 4-way test. But I don't think, since we have left Rotaract or wherever we were before, we are no longer applying it correctly. The only one that I think we all apply is about using the truth. We would have forgotten to apply the other three. And I am suggesting that we need to reestablish and start applying it in our everyday life. When we want to take any action, we need to think about it. Whether our action, what the implications of our actions will be on our fellow
distinguished members of the executive, my fellow ROTALUM members. One of our focus then was not to compete with Rotary International. We said if we want to take part in some programs or want to bring some programs into ROTALUM, if it is in cross purpose with what the Rotary International is doing, we don't need to do it in ROTALUM. But from what the speaker said, impacting, our youth. By going back, let's try to bring back our clubs. If you belong to a Rotary club in the past, what is happening in that area? If we need to reenact that club, we should do that. In those days, we formed Rotaractors Club 80% or 85% of members who attend RIA. But now I can see Rotary Youth Leadership chairman running after people in local schools, in the community, just to form a forum as a rider. I think these are things we should look back into. District governors meeting and look into how Rotaract can, be good feeders into Rotary. I must tell you what Josie said. I was in a Rotary meeting one day and I was asking myself, really, is this a Rotary meeting? Maybe because of the experience I had 20, 30 years back. Okay? So let's take Gloria, and then we will take, who else was after? Yes, our essay. Yes, we will take you as the last person, and then we'll round up this session and go for.
No, use the mic like
Hello everyone, I am the president of ROTALUM. I have a question because yesterday when I came in, I met a guy here and he told me he was an interactor and he has been trying to come into this fold, interactor in the 80s. Because when I thanked Prof for what he was saying just now, kind of gave me some memory back in the 20 years ago that if somebody is an interactor, don't we encourage the person to be a ROTALUM? Or he has to be an interactor to ROTALUM before he becomes a ROTALUM. So I was asking that question, why would he be a ROTALUM since he was an interactor before? So that is one thing I just saw. What he's saying is he should bring more people into the fold. If the younger ones are coming in, then we have more people coming in. We are getting older. The next thing he said again, that I really enjoyed his speech, because we need that for ourselves. Like Elijah just said, we should do the 4-way test of the things we say or do. I would say it guides me in my job. Up to today, I use it in my job. At work, when I'm working with any staff, I say 4-way test of the things we say or do. So we kind of emphasize that. I also want to say that we are not called, we are friends. I noticed that we have a section of people. Like he said, now we should be together. We should find something to do to help each other. This I'm begging, this phone. When we have something together, we should think of the 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. We are not cults. We are friends. We should embrace the friendship we have for years. Thank you.
From the onset, I came very early today to observe what I saw and to say, okay, I'm sure of what I saw before I made some comments. Often a time I come late, maybe when they are doing some program, but today I came early because I wanted to find out if the 4-way test of things we think, say or do will be passed or communicated. So when I listened to the prof laid some emphasis on building and changing of society. 4-way test, as I see it, in Rota again, was a foundation. But gradually, because of maybe enjoyment, enjoy Rotary, enjoy Rota, we forgot that foundation. And often the time you see us, the foundation we expect to have built upon was not just there. So we were just doing, I'm sorry to use some language, we were just doing yawa yawa because there was not, the constitution was there, good. People are saying the 4-way test we are throwing it away. I went to look at some other things. We saw ROTALUM in the 80s. So which means we have imbibed ROTALUM. We saw ROTALUM, which means part of ROTALUM has been taken away. The dressing formula, dressing code, which means we have imbibed. So what are we talking about? We are saying the objective, you can throw the objective, no, but with the 4-way test, please.
Microphone for people online.
Yeah, so the 4-way test, please, let us see, sir, with due respect, BOT chairman, sir, and the executive, I want to beg you people, when any program we want to do now, please, we put on Vivele ROTALUM, we put all those songs of ROTALUM, but the foundation that came up, brought us together, it's not just there. We do all the things we do, the 4-way test. Is it fair to all concerned? Will it be as if most of the things we do now does not build you and God friendship? I'm sorry to say, but we need to go back to our drawing board and see how we can be able to change this thing. That's my submission, sir. Thank you very much.
When there are opportunities, even in churches, when there are opportunities in our workplaces, we will come to church and ask, do we have anybody who is qualified to do this before, so that we can help our, because when you put food on the table of others, you are relief of their body. We were here since Thursday. We went on an outreach, medical outreach. I was discussing with the president, and he expressed what he felt when he saw people kneeling down and praying because of paracetamol, because of the small food that we give. The bigger is that people are suffering. We are not saying take your salary and give them, but we can come together and look for a way of impacting on few that we can, and from time to time. So it doesn't have to be something very big at a time, but anytime we come to a reunion like this, to a program, wherever we have come together, let us impact life. Then we can think of even something that is institutionalized, and gradually, annually we will do this, we will do that. Then I want to bring that up because that was the legacy that we have for WITES. So, since we have that legacy, we only need to renew, and that's why I said it's not just about history, because if I just refer to it because I'm talking about history, but we need to renew that legacy now and let it impact on whatever we do. And when something is wrong, let us fix it out. Yes. I'm not being personal, but let's bygone the bygone. Let's renew that spirit of friendship that we have built over the years. Let it reflect in whatever we do, and we'll move forward. Then we can now think together on how to move the world forward. Thank you very much.
We've taken stock of people that will comment and you not indicate you want to. So please, I'm not going to indulge you for a minute, sir, but next time I will put my
made some sort of dissent. So, what some people said about membership in ROTALUM. We all know what we call Old Student Association. You have 1974 to 79 sets, 1982 to 1986 sets. There is no way you can belong to 1974 to 1979 and you want to be part of it when you are actually 1972 to 1977. So we have a set. The name of this sitting is Reunion. Who are those reunions? Contemporaries, 8th grade. There is no way you can have an interactor born some 15 years ago and come and sit down here saying it's reunion and it's uniting with us. So what you can do is exactly what has happened in Rotary. There is the Rotary agreement. Some of us used to go to Rotary. We ended up our service career in Rotary. We can also have Rotary agreements, whereby all sets, contractors in the 80s, they have their own, in the 90s, they have their own, but there will be a common ground, maybe once a year or once in 2 years, where we will not have
5 seconds more.
Rotary agreements.
Thank you,
so
sir.
I don't want to overcome this issue of bringing in much younger people to come and reunite with who? I can only reunite with my old friends. Thank you.
Particularly very much involved. I think PSA is also very much involved. So there is Rotary alumni, sir. There is Rotary alumni. So, you know, so it's not, it's there. But we are Rotaractors of the 80s. And we are going to remain there until we change our charter. Our charter, as at this moment, is that this association is Rotaractors of the 80s. Okay, I want to bring this session to a close. I'm going to ask the secretary to take the next item.
My past president, Paola, to come and sit against me.
But you would have those like, pick the one that says that compare the union with relations. And if our leaders today
will develop action points, future programs and activities to achieve renewal, to achieve rebirth, to redefine purpose, and bring new energy and direction. That will be great for ROTALUM because these are recommendations of somebody who is us, a part of us, who knows us. So, Prof, can I thank you immensely for these well-thought-out papers. I appreciate this from academic point of view and from the fact that it is quite practical. And that is why I singled this slide to share with you and to our leaders. The way we can thank you is when you see those things, you do fruits. Thank you very much for helping all of us. I'm proud to see you again. Thank you, Paul.
It's like some things are going around. And while that is going around, please join me. Except for those of us that are still on working still. The good Lord will deliver us from it. Join me in singing this song. Please join me in singing this song. SA, please. SA, you should perform. Please, Viola, please look around who is not going to join me in singing the song. I'm going to take my seat so that we can sing the song together. And the song is very simple. Just follow my instruction. One finger, one tongue, keep moving. One finger, one tongue, keep moving. That is not easy. Keep moving. All around, one hand, one finger, one tongue, one hand, keep moving. One finger, one tongue, one hand, keep moving. One finger, one tongue, one hand, keep moving all around. Two hands, one finger, one tongue, one hand, two hands, keep moving. One finger, one tongue, one hand, two hands, do so two legs, one head, stand up, turn around, sit down, keep moving, Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, brother. All right, I'm going to hand over to the secretary for us to take the next session before we take our break.
Thank you so much, America, for the very good guidance. And so, for the next session, speak to us in the next 5 minutes. I present ROTALUM Session Ayeli, one of us, and of course, one of the proud sponsors of this meeting. He is the group executive director, corporate executive director, corporate services of Audit Tech Group.
I will start by saying a big hi to
One house, please. One house.
my global president, BOT chairman, global ESCO, BOT members, other members, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not the local thank you very much, Mr. President, for this opportunity. When DCP Ira was talking the other time, he made mention of, and I'm sure that people across all that we have said here today, French that for over 40 years. It's not something you can push away. Same is true for my friend who is the global president today. So, as a matter of fact, I'm sure he will not be happy with me because he expects me to play a very active role during the presidency of his presidency. I would say, unfortunately, that Call of Duty elsewhere are not given me the opportunity to
Take note.
as active as I'm going to be. And that is the case. When the opportunity of the job came, I said, okay, I will do something. I will get my institution that I now go for to do something I ever did like this. So we did very small sponsorship. I would have done more if I started earlier. And that notwithstanding, we are here at the SC Thursday, we are enjoying ourselves. It's always good to see people, we always sing in 20 to 5, 30 years, and coming once a year to have this kind of forum is fantastic. Nothing, I mean, trumpets, nothing, take my word for it. Let me take away from what the session we had, articulated refrigerated trucks to move fresh produce, we do all of that. So you probably may not have heard about this company. So I thought that it might be a good idea to share some perspectives with our members. Because when we talk about all of this...
ROTALUM, please hold on. Dear ROTALUM members, ROTALUM, you could say you wanted 2 minutes, but now it's over. Because I want ROTALUM members to please focus on this message. But you are distracting us. Because this is something very important. Because next year, I'm expecting every ROTALUM member to give me 1 million for this reunion. And so if they get into business, they can make money.
Excellent.
Excellent. Because seriously, the agri-value chain in Nigeria is under-optimized. I am from Idogo, around Ilaro, in Ogun State, proud Yoruba man. If you don't know who is from Idogo, Ebenezer Obey is from Idogo. So you may not know the village. But if you have Okodogo, Onirani, in those days, because in Idogo, they move pepper, they move tomatoes, they move things, but I hope you are listening to me. Please, Okodogo needs to come back. So the farmers in Idogo, they plant their pepper, they plant their tomatoes. They don't have storage. They don't have a place to keep it. And before you know it, all those things rot away. But in some part of the world, the value chain takes it from there. Before they even plant, they receive the funds. And those things are transported to the city. This is what Chesson is going to talk about. I don't know, but I believe this is part of it. We need to get involved with things like this. And there are many hidden gems in Nigeria that we can get into. Thank you. So please, if you can maintain some calm and listen to what he has to offer.
Okay, honestly, without talking too much drama, you can see what is being done here today. There's the smell of this Gary. This is part of what I'm talking about.
ROTALUM, please, sir, let us stop this Gary distribution. We will do it after it's done. Because after it's done, we're going to take a break before we go into the next session. Our time is fast spent, and that person is not happy with me. But it's been my teacher. But we got to do it. But please, let's stop the distribution of the Gary. Okay, you've forgotten those somebody on the high table with the Gary.
The whole idea is to make sure we have increase in produce. We have more of this Gary. But you know, I will throw some numbers that will shock. Maybe people that are familiar may not be too shocked with those numbers.
Chesson is not a pastor, so he cannot talk loud like me. But please, Chesson, talk loud so that we can hear you. If you want this microphone, you can come have it. But don't do fine boy Chesson here. Speak loud so that we can hear you.
Thank you, sir. I'll try my best. The mic, I think, is unique dimension. That's why. If it's only to capture what I'm saying, I don't have to put it in my mouth. Okay, so saying that, it's very important for us to know the power that we have in Nigeria as a country. In the next 5 years, 6 years, agribusiness in Africa will be worth $1 trillion. Mark my word, $1 trillion. He worked in an institution where the immediate past president of that institution used to, it's very bullish about agriculture. Now, if you look at our country, it will seem as if we are oil. We are not, as a matter of fact. Agriculture has been the mainstay of Nigerian economy. The largest employer of labor, the largest contributor to GDP. So we've been treating it as if it's a joke. And it's not a joke, it's serious business. Okay, so if we understand it from that point of view, then we'll take it more seriously. Now, the point to make is also that when we're talking about all of these things, we're talking about legacy building and all that, what does that really mean? If you don't have foundation, so legacy for us, what does it really mean? So you can use business to build legacy, right? And agribusiness offers something we are getting to right now. Tomorrow, you can start doing it. So let me throw some numbers. You know, the current government created Ministry of Livestock Development, right? We have never had that ministry before in Nigeria. Now, they have a plan. Currently, the livestock sector in Nigeria is worth $92 billion. Mark my words, $32 billion. All these cows you see, goats, chickens, aggregate all of that, they worth $32 billion. So what are they going to do this time? They're going to move this business from 32 to 74. Which means, currently, by last year's estimate, we have 163 million chickens, you have 120 million goats, you have 60 million sheep, you have 24 million pigs. So we want to move these by a factor of 102%. So it's an open field for people to begin to think, how do I network, how do I leverage some of this availability? And it doesn't take, it's not something you can start with big amount of money. Now, as Origin Telco, we're talking big because we are playing with national government. At the moment, we have a tractor supply finance business as well by $1 billion, the federal government of India. Lagos State government, we are building the largest storage in Egbe. You probably would not have heard about all this, it's the largest in Africa. So, what are we trying to do? When you produce, because we know that 40 to 50% of what farmers produce is wasted. It's called post-harvest losses. So if I get this cassava from where the guy comes from, and in 24, 48 hours I don't process it, it's completely useless. And I don't want to even begin to bore you with some of the soft products that cassava itself can bring. We only know about Gary. There are so many other things that cassava can bring. And we are the largest producer in the whole world. Most crop products like yam, cassava, we are the largest. Right? So this is what I have come to share with you. And you don't have to plant, you don't have to be a farmer, really. You don't have to be somebody who go there and get your hands dirty. You know that some of us are in Europe and America. You know, some of us in Nigeria, we have this job high, so to speak, too much grammar. So we don't want to get our hands dirty. But we can package the ideas. For instance, we are going to, what I think we are going to do with that fund I mentioned to you earlier on, is to set up tractor centers all over Nigeria. More than 1,000 of them will pop up. What will that do? All the farmers, in Nigeria, what we call smallholder farmers. They have access to between 1 to 2 hectares of land. They are not very large. But if you have the person talk to you about certain villages somewhere, so you can put a tractor center around these farmers where you can help them. All you want them to do is to farm because they know how to farm. That's their business. They should not worry about after they are vet. They should not worry about marketing, about distribution. That should not be their business. Their business is to farm. Once they farm, you aggregate. What does it mean? You have a cluster of farmers in one area. As a big player, you go to them and say, you know what, farm, I will help you with your seedling, with sales services, and all of that.
I listened to you quite well, but I think the information you're passing across has a little bit of gap. And I'll tell you the little bit of gap in a minute. We are ROTALUM, we are not farmers. People like me are investors. I expect you to tell me, because there is no way that I will go to the farmer farm. But the opportunities that are there, you have an establishment that is running. Where can we tap into? Let us know. Either the companies we form or individuals will be ready to invest. Let us know the opportunities. If we are going through your establishment, let us know. Give us a proposal. I'm sure we have few of us or some of us that can drop some millions. And the other thing that you've not told us, I'm an accountant, you haven't told me the returns I will get on my investment. You telling me the millions, I'm not interested. I want to know that portion if I give my money through you or through anybody. How much is coming? 10%, 20%. Thank you.
See, I'm so glad for you bringing this one down. He's our member, he's our friend. I never knew that this is job that is into agro business. With what the last speaker have just said, like myself, I have acres of land. I want to go into farming. I have a registered agribusiness. But the problem is this: I was, let me say, up till now, I'm afraid of kidnapping or whatever. So that is why I've not gone into it. No, it's true. But when I retire, I'll be going with policemen every time. So I've seen where they killed generals in their farm. So what? With this kind of business now, if we can involve directly Dr. Ayola, because I know that this is primary area. Yes, we know ourselves from youth, that is primary area. So anybody that is interested in tapping into agro business, maybe in a small scale or in any way, if we can have like a WhatsApp group so that you can share with us and at the same time so that we can key into it. Some of us will have the cash, as the last week I've said, we don't know where to put it into. And I remember there are some businesses that we created sometimes, which are part of it, in which we bought cows. I think MM is in the picture when we bought cows recently, and we have a lot of profit from it. So please, if we can quickly do something like that, it will help us a lot. Thank you.
For instance, you want to go into cold chain, we have different students in the area. Cold chain. You know, it's a driver, if you look at Europe, America, the reason why they can afford to give you food at the price they are offering you is because they have developed logistic system and is driven largely by cold chain. In Nigeria, it's zero at the moment. So, I'm talking about tractor business, tractor center. That's a business. You can start to have a tractor center in a cluster where you support a network of farmers. So, they cannot afford, okay, for instance, the tractor 75 horsepower is about 80 million naira. So, your farmer cannot afford that. So, what do you then do? You put the tractor center there, you put plow, you put harrow, you put all sorts of equipment there. So, at the harvest season, they will pay for these services, you offer it to them, and they will pay you for it. So it's a business that you have to understand, okay, I'm not about putting in. So if you're asking me, how do I'll probably not be able to do it. Unless we're sitting together, we're talking, I'm making it together to you as a person, as an investor. What do you have? What's your appetite? Then I can do a lot of financial modeling and tell you, you know what, if you do this, you can get it back. So I'm generally just talking because I know we don't have the time to do a deep dive. So we have to open our minds to what's available out there so that we begin to think and shape our mind. Because the business can start tomorrow. You know, you can go if this barrier says he has a 2-hectare farm, right? If it's farming, you know, again, let's calm down. We are trying to do something with the OAU, for instance. They have about 7,000 hectares of land in their campus doing nothing. So we wrote them a proposal that look, let's take advantage of that land. I know they came back to us, they thought we were trying to come and steal their land. So they were talking legalities and all of that. So we thought, you know what, to clear. You know, when you see all this land as you are driving, you think this land can go and pass. No, agri cannot work on any land. So you clear, it takes 2.5 million naira to clear 1 hectare of land. Only that in the work areas that we can go into. So farming is not for all of us that are still working, because you cannot do it properly unless you are going to resign into that venture. You cannot do it that's something you are doing by the side. It won't work. I can tell you that for free. You will get born out, they will steal your produce, they will steal everything. This is Nigeria for you. You know, on that side I mentioned to you, if I tell you what is happening there in terms of Nigerians that you are working with, you will not believe how much money we spend on security on a monthly basis just to secure material. So I don't want us to waste our resources by going to start a venture that we're not looking at, and then you just throw in money. No, you won't work that way. So you have to do something that is planned, that is methodical, that you know what you're getting yourself into. So that is what I'll say for now. I think the other one is meant for PDL to set up a system where we can take maybe a deep more dive into some of these areas, some of these issues, and then we can put it into bucket and pillars that people can then say, okay, I can put money into this because I trust people that are around it. That's why I referenced the company that we already formed. So it's a benchmark that we can use. So all we need to do is not to invest in a Greek venture. So we determine what it is. Let me give you one very quick example as well. Trucking business. We have another associate company called Ecolog. What will it be doing? It's the articulated refrigerated trucks that will be moving produce from all over Nigeria. They plan to have 5,000 trucks. This by this, 5,000 trucks. So you don't have to be an agricultural person or farmer. You can invest in that trucks and you get paid on a monthly basis for leasing that truck to a company who will then use it as like their own. You know, but at the back, you are the one who owns those probably 10 of it, maybe 20 of it. You see the fact also, all those trucks you see moving about, they don't hold those trucks. Somebody hold them. And they are paying those people every month as they move cement up and down Nigeria. So it's a normal thing in logistics business. So you don't have to hold those assets 100%. Okay?
Thank you so much, Monsieur Chesson Ayeni. I'm sure those that know him knows that he's a media practitioner. On the agenda is reports, and we are starting with the membership committee. You all have a copy of the statutory reports with you. The membership committee comprised of 5 members led by ROTALUM Tajudeen Abuakwe. Have been working hard assiduously, and this year they've admitted 6 members. I'm going to call on those 6 members to be officially welcomed into ROTALUM by the VOT chairman. I therefore call on ROTALUM Olufunmilayo Oduwaye. Please, if you are here, ROTALUM Olufunmilayo Oduwaye, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Mojisola Bokno, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Rosalie Ozemoya, can you please step forward? If you are hearing me, please step forward. ROTALUM Biola Lawal, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Babatunde Adeneye, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Funke Shotunke, can you please step forward? So if you are in the list that I've just read out, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Olufunmilayo Oduwaye, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Mojisola Bokno, can you please step forward? Here now. ROTALUM Mojisola Bokno, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Biola Lawal, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Rosalie Ozemoya, I can see you. ROTALUM Funke Shotunke, I can see you. ROTALUM Babatunde Adeneye, can you please step forward? ROTALUM Olufunmilayo Oduwaye is from Rotary Club of Matori. Please step forward. ROTALUM Mojisola Bokno is from Rotary Club of Shomolu. Baloguda Refane. Shomolu. Which one is it? Shomolu. Okay. Sir. Give me more, sir. I'm trying to confirm from him which one is it.
I have just 3 hours of
Rosalie Osemoya is from Agilindi. Yes, so yourself people. ROTALUM Biola Lawal Alagbado. ROTALUM Babatunde Adeneye, another Alagbado. And ROTALUM Funke Shotunke from Isolo. Alright, so I see 3 of them here. The other 3 are not here. First of all, I want to apologize on behalf of the Global ESCO. The guys that were in charge of our search disappointed us. So you're going to have your search eventually. But I want to invite the BOT chair to please step forward and welcome them officially into the fold.
Properly. The way they danced yesterday, you will think that, okay, you will see what we are going to do tonight. When you have almost finished pre-induction dancing yesterday. So it is our pleasure to welcome you Madam Roasting, thank you very much. My sister, Madam Josuke, it's a pleasure that you are here. Yes, the more the better for us. Thank you very much. Happy to you. Madam Olufulayo, Oduwaye, sorry. Please, the correct name is Oduwaye. Congratulations and welcome to our meeting. Yes. In this place, it is called the ROTALUM, it is called around to embrace. So, don't be deceived. Madam Okro, this is for you. You are welcome to ROTALUM. Yes, and I congratulate all the sponsors. The more the merrier. Yes, sorry, you said you want to retain your... No, it's okay, just no, I'll just give it to you this week. Thank you very much, you are welcome to ROTALUM. This is our family together. Like I said, we need your support, we need your money, we need everything about you. We need your time, yes, and your training, yes, that's the one. Mr. President, I think it is a privilege to be the one talking to them when I have them for 4 hours to leave the office of abuse. Yes, I won't go there, we will go 4 hours. Thank you, Mr. President, please join us. Vice President, where is Tutu? Where is Tutu? Oh, she's still back, okay. Yes, I think I want to request. I want to request that these people are put into committee so that they can start to be very useful to us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, beauty chair. The next report is the report of the social committee, and we have all these reports with you. ROTALUM members, we have all of those reports with you. So the report of the social committee, as written by the Global Social Secretary ROTALUM of Italy. Do we have comments? Do you have questions? Do we have any comments? I don't see any. We go to the next one, the welfare team. The welfare team is led by the office of the Global Vice President. It's got many committees under him, care, empowerment, and many others. So just like I said earlier in the morning, we've actually given about 4 more, so that I can reiterate that again to the BOT chair and others. The Empowerment Committee inherited 2 loans from the previous administration, and we are giving about 4 or 5 more, and all of them are being properly serviced, and we have a few more that are being considered, that as soon as we finish the union, they should be approved. So it's been really going on. But I want to just say also, there is a lot of us at the last union that made pledges towards the empowerment project that have not redeemed it. Please, if you have made pledges, we appreciate if you can. And those of us that have not been a part of this empowerment project, if you can please participate, that will be very much appreciated. The next item is the North American Europe chapter report. So we have the North America report as submitted by the ESCO in North America and signed by the chairman of North America, ROTALUM. Please let us know if you have any comments or any questions on that of the chapter. ROTALUM Tayo Utobi is in the report in our hand. Please, if we have any question, an audit committee, let's take the finance first. The finance situation. So what we have here is just a snapshot of the 2024 audited report that was adopted at the March business meeting. But we just thought it's important that we put the details back here. Some part of it on this statutory report. So you've seen there the audit, the abbreviated audited report for 2024. You see the income and the expenditure and the balance sheet. In addition, we also have a snapshot of our position as at end of October 2025 on this statutory report. So do we have any question or comment on the financial report? One item I just want to highlight in this report is that our idle funds are being invested in treasury bills. So the association's idle funds are not just left in our account, not earning interest. We have invested our idle funds in treasury bills, and I believe all right, so we have at the moment about 6.5 million in 180 days treasury bill. Over the year, we've earned about 1 million. Okay, so at the moment, we've earned 1.13 million for ROTALUM on our idle funds. ROTALUM funds are not just being left in the account, we are putting it to good use. So as at date, we've earned 1.13 million. Kudos to my financial guru. Please give them a round of applause. You see the twins. Also, from the last administration, we realized that there was 1 million that was bequeathed to the Adekoke family, and so that money has not been given out to them because we realized it is not. We need to put it to proper use for the Islam, like an endowment fund. So that fund too, we have put it in treasury bills. At the moment, we have it in a 1-year tenure, and that money has earned over 160,000 naira over the year. Just for your information. So do we have any question on the finance? All right, so the audit committee is the last item. In the report. So the audit committee also have submitted their report to the House, and the audit committee have been working with us, the ESCO, in the management of our accounts, monitoring our internal control process. They have made some recommendations here based on last year's financials, and this year we have continued to work with them as well. We want to know if there are any questions on the audit committee report. All right, I don't see any hand. So we have read we have gone into all these reports. Please, we want an adoption of this report. Can I get a motion to adopt this report? And those of you online, you can actually participate.
Mr. President, I'm sorry to take us back. I just want to declare on the issue of those that were giving welfare fund for, I think, a soft loan, maybe 1 million or so for business. I want to know, is there a moratorium? Is it for 1 year? Have they refunded it? I'm not clear. I just want to be clear with that issue. If it has been refunded, so that it can be a revolving loan for others to get. It is a something, it is not a grant. So when are they to refund back, pay back? So I just want to
be free to allow to start off and then be on your feet before you now begin to repay. But the payment that will refund every month, there is a particular figure that must come, and regularly we have ensured that they repay. We don't have any default.
And I must tell you, people have and it's zero interest. Zero interest. But you don't get to get this money if you don't have a business plan, if you don't have a good reason for it. There is a committee that is set up to look into this, and they do a good job. Once they review your proposal, they do their validation, they recommend to the ESCO approves, and then the money is disbursed.
Are you with me, sir?
Go ahead.
Yes. President, sir, I only need a little clarification on this, sir. If you go to page 15 of this report, that's financial report as October 2025. It says we have 4 bank accounts and only 2 are active with the following balances. But here I can see 4 bank accounts and all have balances. Can you please explain if you have 4 but only 2 are active? How about the other 2? And if the 2 are not active, why are we having money in there and what for? Thank you so much.
The 1 million naira actually, because there is no need to collect it again, because we did not actually know what was happening with it. The one insurance gave family, they have not even touched it because some other people are responsible for the schooling outside the ROTALUM. The DOD chairman actually can testify to it. Because as at then, I was asking ROTALUM Wale Shuri, who was in charge of welfare there, and all he will be telling me is that ESCO is going to meet on it. ESCO is going to, so we both got tired and said, what is it that ESCO itself cannot tell us if you ask them a particular question? It's a straightforward thing. What is happening to this 1 million naira? You just tell us, oh, it's being put into a separate account for you. But when there is no information, people will always talk. If you don't have the proper understanding that ESCO is just using our money anyhow, we have a lot of money in ROTALUM. What are they actually using it for? So I want to appeal not only to this ESCO and previous things that will be coming next year or year before that. This when we have issues, particularly related to finance and concern members that are late. Please let us communicate properly. Lack of communication actually brings people to start saying we don't know what they are doing, and it doesn't erode proper confidence in the financial system of ROTALUM, and that's sometimes it's like a when you call them people and do something, they say, oh, I want to share. So I want to actually appreciate the president for bringing us to the issues and for giving us the confidence that the money has even yielded some interest, putting it into the treasury account. So, Mr. President, sir, I appreciate the committee that has done that and not the past committee. I don't think that should please let us have proper information when it comes to issues of past members that some of us are running after. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I do believe that when the family requested for the money, I think it will be released. So we'll go back and myself and the DOD chairman to actually tell them that their money is safe. And when it is time, I will even tell them they should leave for about 3-4 years so that they will use more, so that by the
time the boy gets into university the next 2 years, you can then access the fund. Once again, I thank the current administration and God bless you all.
Track my comment. There is no way, okay? I don't know if it's during Dr. Ayola's regime or this is Ayola's regime that fund came in, but that fund was set aside by ROTALUM. It was in our bank account, but it was set aside. So they have invested it. But what we have done now is that we are investing ROTALUM funds, but we are investing it separately. So there was no improper accounting of that fund. When we got handover from Dr. Ayola's regime, it was clearly stated we have this so much in our bank account. There is a 1 million there that belongs to so and so. The previous administration have left funds in the account. But what we have done, because of possibly history 1, 2, 3, is to say, 1 kobo is different from 0 kobo. So whatever the two amount we can earn, we are earning it. And we say, we can't mix apples and oranges. Okay, I don't use endowment fund, we invest it separately. ROTALUM money, we invest it separately. But there was never a time when that money was not identified as not belonging to ROTALUM. That is the first thing. The second part of the question by ROTALUM Azaka money, I'm going to hand over to the financing to respond to that.
Well accounted for, both of them savings accounts and the active accounts. The other accounts, when we say they are not active, does not mean one is not there. You can still balance there. But we need some banking issues to rectify, like some of our members are need to provide their NI numbers, things like that, for us to have access. We need to complete the banking process. And you know, in Nigeria, if you don't complete your NI, all those requirements by law, and that's why you don't have access. But as long as those trustees have addressed those issues that the bank requires, then we will have access to the money. But don't worry, the money we will not have access to it directly, or only you get. Thank you. When I say only you get, only you need trace, that's what I meant. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So we're going to take the last item on comments and questions on the report, and then we are going to ask for the adoption so that we can move forward. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, we tried as much as possible to open the welfare account. Even it's only because of all these skirmishes in the bank that it's not allowed to open it there. Please listen attentively, it's very important to. At this junction, I want to crave your indulgence. So please, at this point in time, to try as much as possible to open a welfare account separately, or to dedicate one of those accounts to welfare. I think that will help us a lot. Thank you.
Before we adopt, there's a statutory committee, very powerful committee. I wanted us to save time, but I'm going to be getting in trouble if I do that. The chairman of the Internal Audit Committee, Pastor Frederick Udoke, where are you, sir? Please, can you step forward? Oh, okay. It's going to be ROTALUM that will present. That committee has to present its report, and we cannot handle it like we've done for other committees. So please let's welcome ROTALUM, a member of the Internal Audit Committee.
Audit team, we're looking at the figures, but I have to say that I would wish the quality of the report the finance report is a little bit more in a narrative style than these bullet points that can't really catch the essence. And secondly, in order to adopt your report, the last paragraph in your report refers to something being attached, but is actually not attached in the report. So please, let's make sure the reports are complete. Members, we have given a clean audit report in terms of the accounts that was presented in the meeting regarding the executive clean audit report. We have highlighted a number of recommendations. I think two of the key ones is the uncertainty around the cooperative loan that we have said that you should do more work on. And the second one is as an organization that we want to be sustainable, we have asked that the reserve policy should be in place so that the organization knows at any point in time that we are liquid and we can operate for another 6 months. Let me put this down. In giving this clean report, you are aware of a latest investigative report. Our opinion does not cover that period. Neither were we called to be involved in it. And we want to draw this to the BOT. There ought to be a certain protocol in terms of if there are issues in the organization. It should, by one way, come to the audit committee where there is an issue around the finance, but we were not, it was not brought into our notice. So this clean report is for a period that did not cover what has happened in that. So we want to commend to members that the organization we have found the finances to be running well, and we recommend our clean audit opinion for you to approve. Thank you very much.
For the rest of the reports we have received, please can I get a motion to adopt this report?
My fellow members, all protocol and we will observe. I hereby make the motion for the report to be adopted. Thank you. Adoption of the motion. Thank you.
Add that seconded. But so that I can recognize those of us online, can you please speak up? Oh, he has put his hand down. I believe he wanted to. Thank you, Otumba. All right, so we are going to the next item on the agenda. For those of you online, I will want to share my screen, and then for those of us here, I will read that. So if you go to our constitution, my little Oga. Article 9 of our Constitution. For those of you online, you can see the Global Executive Committee shall constitute a board of trustees of 5 members in good standing, comprising the serving president and 4 other members, and such composition shall be subject to ratification by a simple majority of members at an annual general meeting. At the August 2025 meeting of the Global Executive Committee, we considered different different candidates for the office of the BOT, and the Global Executive Committee has selected 4 ROTALUM members to serve in the Board of Trustees for for the year 2025-2028. Their tenure shall be 3 years, and their functions are as we see on Article 9 of our Constitution. So the ROTALUM members selected to serve in the Board of Trustees along with me for the next 3 years. Of course, I will serve 1 year. ROTALUM past President, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Kayode Aylara. Please let's give them a round of applause. If you can stand up, sir. You can please step forward, sir.
I remain standing.
And you know about that. No, just leave it. They are saying it, don't worry. I'm sharing the screen with them online. ROTALUM Kolapo Agbola, I believe is connected online. ROTALUM Agbola, you are online, I believe. He was connected earlier. ROTALUM Adeboye Adetoro. Very come forward, sir. Before I put you into the BOT, next time I may ask you to go to Liverpool and go get your bag. Alani, I know I am your guy as global president before you become our guy in the future. So I would want you to have your cap and everything like that. Because this is not I'm not implementing, but I let us just begin. Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Please, can you let the people online see them? No, they will see. They're seeing them. Don't worry about the screen that I'm sharing. They're seeing them. Just point your camera at them. And lastly, ROTALUM correlation term. You need to go forward to sir. And ROTALUM correlation term. In my 2 accounts, you are the ones that are not very formal today. You are a little formal. This BOT chairman said, I don't have to know to you guys. ROTALUM was online a few minutes ago, but he's not here. If somebody can please, from Europe, take it to Europe, please, if you can get across to him, we need him online. But let me finish my work with the AGF first, and then we can talk about that. So we have the Speaker of the Aylara, ROTALUM Kayode Agbola, ROTALUM Adeboye Kolapo Agbola, ROTALUM Adeboye Adetoro, ROTALUM correlation term. We will perform the official function at the gala night. Show tongue, pardon me. But as the Constitution says, these 4 have to be affirmed and ratified by a simple majority of members at the AGM. I am therefore calling for their affirmation at this meeting, their ratification at this meeting. I cannot see any observation. If you want to say something, let me see your hand, please. Please, can we all sit down? Can you sit down? Can you please sit down, man? Please, can you sit down, man? Please. Joko. Okay. I see one hand. I see one. Pastor, can you please move? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll start to the logo. Okay, can you take stock of them? Can you take stock? So I see ROTALUM Tony Saidi, I see Sheswayele, I see ROTALUM Balogun, I see ROTALUM Tayo Itayo, I see Omobola Shogo, I see ROTALUM Tony Logo, I see ROTALUM Idowu. Are you?
They are coming to take over the
Okay, so I'm going to ask ROTALUM, have you taken up? ROTALUM Tony Saidi first. I've referred ROTALUM yesterday, ROTALUM Balogun a few times. I'll get ROTALUM Omobola Shogo, and then we'll take it up after that. Yes, let's start with Tony Saidi.
The President, Yomi Ayodabo, the outcome BOT chairman.
Outgoing.
Yeah, the BOTs, I can say, well selected. They are quite good, but there must be gender equality. There must be gender equality. You can imagine. Well, you need some constitution, try and practice it. Even if you don't have it in the constitution, you should try and practice it. Are we saying that the women we have don't have a brain? No. Either we need to fight by adding one. Yeah. We can't be there have so much women and there only one in the board. That's how we finish it.
Tony said here, ROTALUM consider both men and women, and there will be gender equality. If not equality, we should respect gender. So we need a representation.
Are your comments different from the two? Excuse me, please, this is a business meeting. Please, I'm begging you guys. I want to clarify. So, ROTALUM, Madam GSS, can you please come and sit here or ROTALUM Tony Saidi has made a comment on the imbalance in the composition of the BOT, and ROTALUM Omobola Shogo have said along the same line. So I want to ask, I've seen like 9 hands. Is there any comment that is different from along that line? Please, I want us to apply for it. If your comments are not along that line, let me see your hand. Okay. So I see ROTALUM logo, ROTALUM logo, and just see your hand and I like that. So we take. No. Okay. All right. So we're taking ROTALUM logo first, ROTALUM Idowu, and then I will listen to their comment and then take it up from there.
It is not in the same line, but it is also similar. Mine is more an observation. Hopefully, my explanation will help to quell this issue on gender. I was privileged to be part of the team that the Global Expo at the time this lecture took place. And I believe that my explanation, which can be backed up by the ESCO, can also do the same. I can assure you that when the election took place, there were ladies that were nominated and were considered. It's just that when we did the voting, the women didn't come as part of the top people that were selected. So ladies were actually considered. They were voted for. It's unfortunate thing that they were not selected. So that's the position. Also, there's no part of the constitution that says.
I think that's enough.
Your chairman, I still recognize you. Even though it's not going to be a opportunity in the place, and the president of the panel, and the other fellow members. What I want to say is that looking at things as it is now, I believe the selection of these gentlemen must have gone through a kind of process. I said the selection of the gentlemen we are proposing now must have gone through a process. And it is not something that has just been done today. And I believe in that wise, if some people have taken their time to have done enough work to select these gentlemen, and we are at the AGM now, I think what we are to do now is just to confirm what our able executives have been able to do for us. And in that wise, I want to say that if there's going to be any changes, this one has already completed. It has to be left as it is. Then we can now make another motion for any correction on the constitution for any subsequent program. So in that wise, I, Otuba Adelego, am moving a motion. I'm moving a motion. I'm moving a motion.
He has the microphone. Let him finish, please.
I'm moving a motion at this moment that these four gentlemen should be confirmed as our BOT member.
I am seconding the motion that we should ratify the selected BOT members. Thank you.
Let me be clear. As your elected president, these four gentlemen were the ones selected. In March 2024, March 2026, we are going to have our constitutional review session. So if there is a need in the general house, my assistant secretary, I'm going to fight you. But I'm going to. So please, let's have the house. So if there is a need for us as a body to change the contents of this constitution, if I can tell you, we've received two proposals, received one from ROTALUM, I can't remember the second of that now. I think ROTALUM, Victor Olawale Code, Olakunle Code. I'm already giving you the name. So there is a proposal, but that is not being considered today because our constitution is going to be 2 years that it was reviewed in February. So at our March business meeting, we are going to have constitutional review. So I'm saying that because the secretary was going to announce it. If you have proposals, you should please, let's put our proposals together. If you think we need to look at the formation or the composition of our BOT membership, I want to recognize that there has to be gender, there has to be charter, there has to be whatever we need to consider. This is the opportunity to do that. There are many other parts of the constitution that we can review. But on this note, I want to say the motion has been moved, the motion has been seconded. We need to ratify these four gentlemen. ROTALUM Kola Kwagola, connected virtually. ROTALUM Adeboye Adejoro, here with us. ROTALUM Korede John, and ROTALUM DCP past President Carol Gaila.
Say hi.
If you are in support, can I see your hand? A voice vote? It's important to count. ROTALUM, can you count the ones at the back? What? ROTALUM?
You can do that. You have a right to vote.
So I'm going to give the microphone for you to announce the result.
Thank you, President. All people of Europe. Those who voted yes, 77. Those who said against, 6.
77, 6. Gentlemen, congratulations. You cannot mute. You cannot mute so that they want to hear your voice. Please unmute. So, gentlemen, at the gala night, I'm going to swear you guys in. So you can go back to your seat. Let's hear you. Please speak up. Yeah, we want you to speak up. We want to hear you. Will you mute?
This time around, you did not walk.
Okay, I've accepted to serve.
So, you only walk alone on the field. On the football field, you walk alone.
Thank you very much. We are going to hear from the local social secretary now.
Please, I want to swear. And please, yesterday when we were
I think Bola Brown actually started the initiative. He wanted us to come back to the old days when we used to hold black and white party, after every Rotaract induction in Rotaract of Western Travel. So he went ahead, to prompt me to bring people together so that we can start one get-together. Incidentally, the burial of Benga Onokumaya in Ogogo Ijebu also was around the corner, and at that burial, Bola Brown said, Bible, you are here, if we can bring ourselves together like this, let's plan something. And that was the food that got things started. And we said, no, we can't be only first Rotaract or first now. We have people from Lagos West, Inca Connect from Solo, even came in from Akuda, with whom we do interact together, that we should broaden the members. And he said, okay. And that is how it started. I was given the task of fishing for whole members. In fact, with the help of Kemi Adelo, we did a very short time. We were able to bring people together to start the fellowship. So because I did not want to do too much wahala, right? I decided to pick a venue along my street in First Park Town, Kara 24. So that these people will not come and will not waste transport money for the place, and we will set up a meeting. And that will be 21st of August. I don't know, August 2012. That's when we held the first meeting. Incidentally, when we entered the front of the hotel for Ifuke Johnson for our mother's burial, so she happened to join us then. So at that meeting, I think the picture is in the book. Bola Brown, Inka Akonde, Kemi Adetoro, Lade Adeoye, Iyabo Momo, the animal shout of blessed memory, Bola Brown of blessed memory at College Jabo. Incidentally, Rotarian Osage was at the place with his wife. Wale, what are you doing here? And we said we are meeting a sort of reunion. Then he emphasized that. He said that's a very good idea. But he emphasized the need for us to strengthen the Rotary Club. And we said some of us were not interested in becoming Rotarians. And then he was very encouraged. And that's how we started dragging College Avenue to the Rotary Club of Francis now. Where he's currently a member. Then we decided that we'll be holding the meeting, sir. We'll be holding the meeting 2 times a year. I think we were not able to hold the second one in 2012. 2013, we decided to move to Freedom Park. Bola Brown was a member, Inka Konde was a member, Benga Onokumaya was a member. So Benga Onokumaya was informed, then we moved to...
That is 2013. That is in 2013.
2013, September. We moved to Freedom Park. From Freedom Park, in order to strengthen the area, you, Bola or Benga, host the next, be the coordinator of the third one. Then Bola or Benga again, I can't remember now, became the coordinator of the fourth one. At a meeting, Benga said, because Kayode attended, Kayode Taiwo, and he said Kayode Taiwo is the only PDR, because, Taiwo was not talking. Kayode Taiwo was the only PDR that was attending. He asked him at that meeting to preside, over that, we were only coordinating to preside. He presided once at Freedom, the last one at Freedom Park then there they decided to host one that Abeokuta people must host one. So we hosted one in Adesba Hotel with Shino Adefolahon as a member of the LOC and so on and so forth. There and then, the issue of making it a formal thing started, but some of us were not in support of it being a formalized organization. Chapo Hideki was saying that even if we want to be donating, we should go back and join Rotary. That this is just a pay-as-you-go enjoyment gathering. Eventually, Kayode was able to convince the city to make it official. At Akodo, we decided to hold an election. No, it's not for one life. Akodo, yes, at Akodo, it was sponsored by 9 Mobile. Who was that? Yabo, yeah, I remember now. So, we all wore, there's a picture, we all, LOC, Ayobanjo, Benga Onokumaya, the chairman. Good, yes, good. chairman LOC for Akodo, Bola Brown, and so on. We are about 5 or 6. Obìnrin wà láàrin wọn náà, ìyàwó ọmọ Dúpẹ́ Orókè Ọ̀gbẹ́, Ládé Adéoyè, Justina, Okèṣẹ́, and so on and so forth. So we started there. And there at Akodo, we decided to have an election with Ayobanjo as the electoral chairman. And there and then Gbenga was nominated as the chairman.
As the president.
As the president, sorry, the president. Actually, it was MN played politics and George becoming the chairman. And he wanted, the president, I wanted to put other people there. MN played, so there and then, College Gago was called to be the fire. He said no. He said, what about you? POC, I said no. We are not interested in holding position in the group. And that's how it started. A few years later, we felt the need to start one in Europe, or let's say UK then. ABS was contacted with Itayo to organize one at O2, a day reunion. So when we got there far earlier than any of them. Nothing was happening. So we booked the table and started the enjoyment before they came in. So by the time they came in, the group there have grown. Pastor and Mrs. Obiemi, Comfort, Otegeye, myself, and so on and so forth. Shade Demoran. Yeah, I think Chofola was there. She was dead. And now I'm actually a big guy with a lot of Tani. You and I'm only so on and so forth. You have seen the picture. We have the picture. We have the picture. Even after we have finished, some people came and took a group photograph outside. Then I told the guy, time for American chapter. But incidentally, I did not join Benga when he was about to go to the US. I was supposed to attend the Indian International Convention. Then there was a type of arrangement whereby our sister Grace was asked, with, to be assisted by Adele so that they can start something for the American chapter. But there was a lot of disagreement, and Buki Adeyemo wanted to give it another name that it should not be part of what we are doing in Nigeria, that it should come under another name. There was a great disagreement. Nothing happened because of the confusion. Nothing happened till the Minnesota convention, where a proper election was done to appoint DOA as the chairman, of the North American chapter. My president, I think the rest is yeah, for UK, for a long time we are having coordinators. If at every reunion, when it is time to hold the next reunion, they will bring a group together and until election was later held, that brought in Dapo. Yes, Dapo Ayola as the chairman of that chapter. So when Dapo Ayola was being elected for the second time, I was there to say no. Electing you the second time was a mistake. Because electing Benga the second time in Akota in Badagry was a mistake because it is against the constitution. So anyway, that's how you have the second. I know from that Payola, we can
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before the questions are asked, so What I get from that was that the first meeting was held by a group of 9 in August 2012, correct? The first chair, the first president of this formally elected president of this association is Dr. Gbenga Onokomaya, correct? The first chairman of North America formally elected is Dr. Victor Adewusi. The first chairman of Europe formally elected is past president Dakwayola. Correct? Yes. Okay. So, are there comments or questions on the presentation of VOA before of VOC? The two of you, VOA, VOC, you're always confusing me. Other comments, other questions, because we want to go to the next item, because by the authority conferred on me, we're going to be leaving here at 5:30. Whatever we have not done at 5:30, this meeting stands adjourned until next AGM. Whatever we have not done at 5:30, this meeting stands adjourned. Thank you very much.
We gave it a name.
Setting the record.
Okay, setting the record straight. That was presented by VOC. VOC, thank you very much. I just want to make a comment on that. It did not just come up just like that. It is as a result of issues that were raised. But please, let us take one point into us. And what is that point? This comment that the president has asked for does not require argument. It doesn't require any form of argument. Conspicuously, a word is used, and that word was formally. When we formally elected a president into ROTALUM as our leader, it was Gbenga Onokomaya. But the person that was not coordinating, because there are so many coordinators, but the presiding officer, or call it presiding president, was Kayode Taiwo. But why I'm making this emphasis is because we need to get it right, we don't need to subject it to any form of argument. I am pleading with us. If you have a contrary view, please let us shorten whatever we are going to say. Formally, election came up at Minnesota that elected VOA as formally elected president, that is chairman of NA. So whatever we have done, like I use an example, after all, Papa Nesuneko was an interim president of Nigeria. He was still attending members of the Council of State meeting until his demise. So if somebody has been an presiding officer, it doesn't remove the leadership role that person has played. So please, let us understand that God put people in position and not individuals. God will help us understand ourselves. It is important that we have this information. I'm sorry to have taken your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please, let's take time.
The number of years that we have had annual reunion. That is 1, 2. We have something here that says the big brochure. It says the history of reunion. With what the OC has just said, I think it's just right for us to have some people that have the real history of us to bring an appreciation.
What page are you talking about?
It's not that the one one that says history of the union.
And page what? Page is at the bottom. 78.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a good understanding of how we are like our reunions. But there's nothing in this booklet that says who we are and how we got here. So if we can have a real version of how we started into a page, let it be a standard format on the first 3 pages.
Okay.
That anybody that holds on to this brochure understand who we are.
Okay.
VOC is here today to understand how we started. And we are not correcting some things, but we cannot do written in blueprint. So every brochure, once it's there, it's always there.
Okay.
So every year we just add to it.
Add that since we are setting the record right, I want to add that the first constitution was drafted by a committee led by Bishop Sam Amoshe, which was adopted at Akodo before the election. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, fellow directors, all of those that. I want to thank you for bringing this up, setting the record straight, and because they said where there is no history, there is no record. I want to thank God for the gift of life. We are here today because God has been so gracious unto us. Those of us that are departed and gone, they cannot tell stories. But I thank God that I'm standing, and we are seated, we are standing to the glory of God. Now, this wouldn't have come up if not for yesterday. Somebody said something, and I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, you were just an LOC chair of North America. I said, who fed you that story? They fed me wrong. They gave you the wrong story. I coordinated North America chapter to the glory of God. 80% of members in North America, I invited them to North America, including VOA. Now, we had a meeting, and she said I was just a LOC chair. We had a mini reunion in 2014 in UC. Baker Onofumaya was president then at and we were at that meeting in UC mini reunion, preparing for our 2016 fourth inaugural reunion for North America. Now, I sent a minute of some of the meetings that we had that she said I was. This meeting was taken December 12, 2015, and I'm just going to read one or two of the lines or paragraphs. And it says, I think I sent it to the POC chair, where we had the LOC chair and the LOC secretary. And it was because I was at the LA chair, I couldn't chair the committee. But we are talking of forward test. ROTALUM does not operate the forward test. We are now on a no test regime. We need to do what we need to do. Set the record straight. So, I was never LOC chair. I was not American chair. The very first North American chair. We had a Facebook. When we had the invitation, it's on Facebook. Go and check the record. There was nowhere it was written their coordinator. There was nowhere it was written their pioneer. So don't come here and use grammar to take what is not from me. I will not take that. Let's set the record straight. We are talking of election. Yes, I understand. You are getting better at what we do. If you are now deciding to formalize things, that's fine. Before Abraham, Jesus was. So let us do the right thing. That is fair to all, and that will build good and better friendships. Thank you for your audience.
To make a suggestion, since we have some people that are here with the history of what has happened, let's put this thing in a form book, in the form of a book, that corrections and additions can be made, and we launch it. That all this history we are talking about can be put in a book form and be launched. And from there, every correction and all those will be done.
If we do that 2026 is what will happen to me. So, I want to say welcome to the vibrant city and the bubbling royal city of Ikorodu. Ikorodu, as we all know, being in Yoruba, Ijele, and our proposed host community called the Mountain Island. Gentlemen and ladies, fellow ROTALUM members, Ikorodu is a city located in the northeast of Lagos and along the Lagos-Ibadan shares border at boundaries with Ogun State. In traditional settlement of the Yorubas. It is the 12th largest city in Nigeria, as you all know, and the second largest city government in Lagos State, with, of course, over 1 million inhabitants in Ikorodu. Ikorodu is known for its social, cultural values, sports and cultural entertainment, sports like drink bar, galleries, cinema, amusement, right and art galleries, showcasing arts, economy, and traditions, including attractive tourist sites. Right, gentlemen, for us to move on and for us to understand Ikorodu more, I'd like to call on people to give us a background history
Still on Ikorodu, historic background. As you all know, Ikorodu is symbolically recognized with the Ikorodu of gas statue, conspicuously located at the Ikorodu Garage roundabout. The statue is a multimedia artwork sculpture that displays a hunter standing upright on an elephant holding a traditional rifle in his right hand and a hunting bag resting on his left shoulder with a cap on his head, which symbolizes the bravery and leadership of Ogaremade, a royal prince from Shagam and a foundational figure in the establishment of Ikorodu in the 17th century. Why Ikorodu? Cultural values. Ikorodu is rich in both culture and tradition, among which is the annual celebration of Ikorodu Oga Festival, with high numbers of ROTALUM members participating. Hospitality. Ikorodu holds the highest numbers of hospitality centers in Lagos State, a very accommodating community with good numbers of ROTALUM members. The ROTALUM Ikorodu successfully hosted the ROTALUM family in 2016 at the Sheriff Royal Hotel and Suites, and the experience are historic enough to inspire another hosting in 2026. Accessibility. Ikorodu is strategically located and easily accessible from any part of Lagos with a magic good road network connecting Lagos State. Entertainment. You know, Ikorodu is a sleepless city with various places of entertainment, from memorable day-night light experiences such as nightclubs, lounge, cinemas, parks, live shows, etc. Serenity. Ikorodu is situated within the Lagos Lagoon with good and cool atmosphere for relaxation amidst beautiful topographic and architectural monuments. Why Ikorodu? That is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our host city is Imota. I want to talk about Imota, the host community. Imota is a serene town in Ikorodu with Honorable of Imota as national head and leader. Imota, a fast community known for its growing potential as a real estate investment location. The town is experiencing significant development and is home to Africa's largest rising, which is the third in the world. Hospitality. We won't talk about accommodation. After some very careful considerations and investigations, we were able to identify 2 big hotels on the street. Traditional backup hotels, Lagos standard, which will be suitable for the comfort and welfare of our esteemed members, come from all over the world. Number one, we have NS Show Hotel and Suites. NS Show that we all know who he is. He was a major part of political members in the Ikorodu. And he has a very big hotel. The hotel is a 5-star hotel, internationally recognized for its high standard facilities and security in place for comfortability and enjoyment. It has a main hall, fully conditioned, fully air conditioned, that for up to 22,000 guests, and a smaller one for 100 guests, which comfortably accommodates all our events. We also have sufficient parking for members and guests. We can park up to 2,000 cars in the compound. The second hotel is Admiral's Hotel and Suites. Admiral's Hotel is owned by a Rotarian and is just about 2 minutes drive from the main venue, and it's equally very comfortable and standard with quality facilities. These hotels and other backup facilities are available in the following categories. We have standard rooms, superior standard, standard deluxe, superior deluxe, and executive suites. Remarks. Upon inquiries, these facilities are adequate to accommodate no less than 300 guests. They are all in the same neighborhood, close to the hotel last bus stop, and they are just 3 minutes drive to each other. Direction on getting to the venue. On getting to the Ikorodu garage, roundabout, or the King Junction. For those who are coming from outside Lagos and from Lekki, you can come into the King Junction. Kindly put on your Google map to the Mota NS Show Hotel. It will lead you there. So about security. In our safety plan and consideration, the proposed hotels are top-notch and securely located within the same vicinity with the Mota Divisional Police Headquarters. In addition to this, we will have more exclusive, conventional and private security plans for the safety and comfort of our esteemed members.
And also, consequently, we are piggyback. Consequently, we are confident that our proposal will be accepted and given positive consideration, as we are all committed to organize a memorable, befitting, and innovative reunion never witnessed in the history of our organization. But before we wrap this up, I would like to offer this song. Ikorodu ọ̀gá o, la fẹ́ ti ṣe o. Ikorodu ọ̀gá o, la fẹ́ ti ṣe o. Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ fọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀. Ikorodu ọ̀gá o. Ikorodu ọ̀gá o.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
As that we are talking here, we have been able to raise the sum of 2 million naira. Reunion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That is structured. People cannot just come and say, I want to host for the sake of hosting. We have not even cash or lorry, and 12 million is already in the bank. The financing are very good. President is joking and somebody telling me to talk to man. You never see money. Okay, it is already conditionally approved because the SO has already reviewed it and passed it. So, I am going to ask for 1 or 2 comments because I'm standing on my work that we're going to be closing this meeting at 5:30. So if there are comments on the bill of the Ikorodu, what?
I want to see if we can appeal to the proposals that they can look for another name to christen it, so it doesn't cause confusion. And in our records, somebody was here who was giving how we case time for Freedom Park. He don't want to be repeating Ikorodu. Whatever it is, we.
Thank you, thank you.
Let us go and do the homework.
So we will request it. Let me hear the
AGM until when we have the one-day business meeting. Thank you very much.